What's good, it's Dane here, and in this video I'm going to be telling you why my philosophy on power building is the best for maximizing muscle growth, and this is going to be no bullshit. This is again backed by research like always. But before we get into the video, make sure to follow me on all the social media platforms, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to the channel to help me grow, and go to my website. But now that we got that shit out of the way, let's get into the video, right? So, how to maximize muscle growth, man. Everyone wants to know this all the time, and I'm telling you that my philosophy is the best. And if you don't like my philosophy, I will give you another option as well. Actually, let me just give you another option out. It's going to be periodization. If you don't know already, my philosophy is power building, and I'm telling you, man, this shit works. It's been working for me, and it'll work for anyone else, because research shows this shit all the time. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's jump straight into it. Jump, bang. Okay, so I made a video previously, yesterday actually, on the 3 tips to maximize muscle growth. But in this video, I'm going to give you the 2 main ones again, and we'll dive into more detail, we could say. And I'm just going to illustrate why my philosophy does work, this shit works, and another option that you could do that also works. And like I said, this works for the majority, and the minority might get results, but I doubt it if they don't include these 2 factors, right? So first of all, if you haven't watched my other video, this video is probably going to be mind-blowing. So anyway, let's get, for those of you who don't know much about fitness, right, and not many people I think know these kind of stuff in detail. So anyway, let's just get into it. So factor number 1 is mechanical tension, right? This is basically what I'm going to call the powerlifting style working out. And number 2 is metabolic stress, which is the bodybuilding style of working out. So already you kind of know, okay, so mechanical tension is going to be lifting heavy, and then metabolic stress is going to be chasing a pump, right? So feeling thick. Okay, so let me explain why you need to have these 2 in your training program. And if you don't, I don't know what you're doing, because you probably just going to the gym, lifting 5 reps lightweight and then going out, which isn't going to get you anywhere, because you're not putting mechanical tension in your training program or metabolic stress. So anyway, let's get straight into this. So what is mechanical tension, right? Mechanical tension, like I said, is like I was going to say power building, but this shit is power building anyway, my training philosophy. But mechanical tension is powerlifting, right? So this is why you see powerlifters aren't as, I think we could say, jacked as bodybuilding, because they train differently, right? But you need to incorporate mechanical tension. If you're not lifting heavy over a period of time, you're not going to get bigger. You need to increase your strength, right? Which is why I always say do the compound lifts first in your training program. In every workout, first 2 compound movements first. Focus on increasing your strength, powerlifting portion of the workout. And it exactly illustrates to you that this guy knows what he's talking about, man. I'm not just chatting bullshit about my power building philosophy. This shit works. So anyway, getting back to mechanical tension, you need to put sufficient tension on the muscle, right, for it to grow. And like I'll get to in a minute, time under tension is very, very important, but that's more for metabolic stress. You're not going to get big, and that's why powerlifters don't get as jacked as bodybuilders, because they have a lot of tension on the muscle, right? So they're lifting probably 85 to 90% of their 1 rep max for say 3 reps. So that's a lot of flipping tension on the muscle, like crazy amount. But you won't get bigger, because there are various ways, how can I say, the body gets stronger, right? So this is for like neurological pathways, it gets stronger without actually growing the muscle. So a lot of ways to get stronger without the muscle swelling or getting larger. So yeah, that's mechanical tension simplified basically. I don't want to get too much in the scientific research for mechanical tension. And in fact, to be honest, I don't know all the scientific things on mechanical tension. I just simplify this shit because I'm not the guy that's in a lab researching this, you know. I just want to simplify it. So that's mechanical tension out the way. So you need to lift heavy in your training program to get some results, right? If you're not lifting heavy, you're not going to maximize your muscle growth. That's the word I was looking for, maximize. So anyway, let's get into metabolic stress, right? And this, if you're a bodybuilder, this is what you're probably already doing, right? Chasing a pump. And a lot of people, in my opinion, I think, here we go again, here we go, the bro split. A lot of people are doing the typical bro split, right? And personally, you probably know already that I'm not a fan of this, but it works for some people, so let me not shit on the bro split too much now. So some people do the bro split and they're always chasing a pump, right? So they have one method, or like we say, one factor to maximize their muscle growth, but they don't have the mechanical tension, because all they do day in day out is chase the pump. This is why you need to incorporate strength training as well, which power building is the shit. But anyway, let's get into metabolic stress, right? So more about it. The bodybuilding portion, and this is, in my opinion, the easiest portion of the workout, right? When I'm doing the 2 compounders, focusing on the strength, it takes so much psychological drainage, I think we could say, out of me, and I'm sure out of people that are incorporating this. And then when it gets onto like the isolation, just getting a pump, that's when the easy shit comes. That's just like concentrate my muscle connection, stuff like this. I'll get onto it later on, the exercises that you could choose for mechanical tension and chasing a pump. I'm sure many people know this already, but for the people that don't, it'll be useful. So anyway, metabolic stress, right? Like I said, chasing a pump about 5 times I said this, I think. Now that we have tension, which is mechanical tension, right? We have a lot of tension on the muscle. By focusing on strength training, we need to chase this pump. So chasing a pump, I'm sure you already know, it's like 8 to 12, 15 reps. And this is where you get the tension portion. So mechanical tension and time under tension, right? You're not going to get, that's why I said powerlifters are not as jacked as bodybuilders, because powerlifters don't get enough time under tension on their muscle for those that actually don't chase the pump, right? Those powerlifters. But that's more power building, isn't it? So anyway, yeah, time under tension and tension is very important. The metabolic stress is related to time under tension, right? That's why most bodybuilders are doing 8 to 12 reps, getting time under tension. And this is very, very important because it enhances cell swelling, and like I said, I'm not going to go into massive scientific research about detail about this even, because like I said, I myself don't even know all the science behind this, but I definitely know cell swelling leads to more muscle gain. And I know I've said in other videos before, I know I'm kind of contradicting myself, that muscle pump is not the be all end all, but it does play a part, and I have said this in some of my videos, it does play a part. So metabolic stress and mechanical tension, I think I've kind of covered it. And like I said, why did I just like this? I'll give you some exercises that are going to help you probably, like I said, improve your knowledge on how to do these things more. So mechanical tension, right? So what exercises do I need to do? Again, like I said, some people would already know this stuff, but mechanical tension, you want to increase your strength. Again, doing the compound movements, squat, bench press, deadlift, pull-ups, dips, like all the big body compound movements. For the metabolic stress and focusing on the time and the tension, that's more the isolation part of workout, right? So after you do, for example, let me use an example. After I do legs, I do back squat and front squat, right? Those are the 2 main compound lifts I do. And then for the bodybuilding portion, I move on to the easy shit, the leg extensions, leg curl, calf raises and stuff like this, like the isolation things, right? That's just the easy part. And that's where I switch my focus from strength training to my muscle connection, chasing a pump. And that's I basically just simplified the whole freaking not fitness industry, but just how to gain more muscle, right? Just have these 2 factors. And yeah, let me explain more. I just had a thought in my head, that's why I just suddenly stopped. Let me explain more on my powerbuilding philosophy for those of you who don't know, right? So basically, like I said before, mechanical tension is number 1, first part of the workout, right? First part of the workout. You do compound movements. I personally do 1 to 2, mainly 2, sometimes I do 3. But anyway, we'll stick to 2. So, for example, on say pull day, I do deadlifts and say pull-ups. Okay, so those are the 2 compound lifts. That's mechanical tension out the way, low reps. Now I've gone to the bodybuilding portion. Sorry. Now I start doing cable rows, single 1-arm rows, face pulls, and that's chasing a pump. That's metabolic stress out the way. That's the whole workout. Like I just covered those 2 things. So in my opinion, man, powerbuilding is the shit. But like I said at the beginning of the video, I just remembered that I haven't forgotten one method that you can use without doing this powerbuilding shit that I keep calling it. It's not actually my philosophy. Like, a lot of people do it. I just like to call it powerbuilding because you're doing powerlifting and then bodybuilding. So anyway, let's get into this. The next thing, method I think we could say is periodization, right? So some people are probably not doing this often enough. Like I talked about, the typical guy doing the bro splits, just chasing a pump. And if this you could just incorporate periodization. This is basically like doing, how can we say, 6 weeks chasing a pump, right? Getting that metabolic stress, and then 4 weeks increasing strength, so getting the mechanical tension, right? And then maybe 1 week a deload. Deloads are very, very important. Don't forget them. But only deload when you need to deload, and this is hard to explain. That's just another video. So anyway, I won't get too into that. So periodization is great as well, because if you're just chasing a pump all the time, man, you're not gonna progress. I'm telling you now, you need to get stronger over time as well. So as always, stay positive, stay smiling, and don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms. Subscribe to me if you like and find my videos informative. And as always, I'll bring you the scientific research, how to gain more muscle, how to maximize your muscle growth, the diets, and all the shit. So anyway, as always, stay positive, stay smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.